Okay, here is the Jeep. I have finished replacing the starter, and after I replaced it, the starter still would not turn over the vehicle. This vehicle is one of the most difficult vehicles to change a starter on, and needless to say, I was a little upset about that. Let me pop the hood and I'll show you all what the problem was. So this vehicle, the starter, is way down under there, and you can't get to it no matter what, unless you take off the motor mount, move the engine forward, remove the intake manifold, that whole lot of garbage. So I had originally came in here. This is the starter relay right here. So these two right here, and that's the starter fuse. I'd replaced the fuse. I swapped out the relays because they're all the same and just moved them around. So I figured, well, it wasn't a relay problem. I checked the voltage difference between the ground and the positive here, so I thought my body had a good ground. So I was not suspecting a ground problem. If you take out this relay right here and you put a wire into this spot right here and you jumper this over to the positive, you can make your starter turn over. And again, it's this upper side right up here, and that'd be, if you look at the bottom of the relay, that's always going to be 87. This one right here in the upper left hand side. If you take 87 and jump it to a positive, it'll turn your starter over because this engages the solenoid. So I tried that and I just got clicking. So I had thought, okay, I got a bad starter. So I went through the whole process of replacing the starter. Tried it, still didn't work. Still just got clicking, even with a brand new starter. Needless to say, I was very frustrated. So I took a jumper cable and went from the negative terminal over to the engine and tried it. And immediately it started cranking over. It's a bad ground on the engine. Somewhere on here there is a ground strap that is corroded or busted. So my solution, for $12, I went to O'Reilly Auto Parts and I got this ground wire right here. It's just a ground strap, and I ran it down to right there. I put copper discs above it and below it. See if I can zoom in on that there. Now that spot is actually a ground spot, a neutral, for the power steering pump on this vehicle. As an electric power steering pump, and I originally thought that was the bond for the motor, but it's not. That's actually the bond just for the power steering pump. But it's a good bonding point, and it's very close to the body bond. So I just put in a new bond strap between there and there, and now it starts up and everything works perfectly. So that was the solution for this nightmare problem. Thank you. Hope this helps.